The starting lineup of the Super Cup match between Paris Saint-Germain and Tottenham Hotspur out tonight, and we have Gianluigi Donnarumma out of the PSG squad, like we talked about in the morning, boys. Lucas Chevalier, the goalkeeper for PSG, making his debut in a super game tonight in a 4-3-3 formation. We have Ashraf Hakimi, Marquinhos, William Pacho, and Nuno Mendes. In the midfield, Warren Zaire Emery, Vitinha, and Desire Joy. And in attack, Bradley Bacola starting alongside Ousmane Dembele and Kvicha Kvaratskhelia. For Tottenham, Richarlison and Mohamed Kudus, new signing from West Ham United. In the midfield, we have a five-man midfielder for Tottenham tonight. We have Jed Spence, Papi Metasa, Palia, Bentancur, and Pedro Porro. And in defense, we have Mickey van der Ven, Christian Romero, Kevin Danso, and Vicario in a 3-5-2 formation. Good evening to you. Welcome to Urban Sports Tonight 4.5 Urban Radio. At the headline for some of the major stories. Dominic Calvert-Lewin set for medical at Leeds United. Premier League chief executive says no plans to play top-flight match abroad. The Tigers start Afrobasket campaign with a win over Madagascar. More of these in the news. I am Banky O. A former Everton striker Dominic Calvert-Lewin set for medical at Leeds United after reaching an agreement to join the newly promoted Premier League side on a free transfer. The 28-year-old ended his 9-year stay at Everton in June, saying it was an incredibly difficult decision to leave the club. Calvert-Lewin scored 71 goals in 273 games for Everton after joining from Sheffield United for £1.5 million in 2016. Leeds other striking options are Joel Pirro and Lucas Mecha, while Patrick Bamford has been told is not part of manager Daniel Fax's plans this season, and Matthew Joseph has joined Mallorca on loan. Calvert-Lewin's best season was in 2020-21 season when he scored 16 goals in 33 Premier League games and was part of the England squad that reached the final of the European Championship that summer. He struggled with injuries and poor form in the following season, and in 2024-25 he started just over half of the 26 matches he played. He has not added to his 11 England caps and 4 goals since 2021. Newcastle are in advanced negotiation with Aston Villa over a move for midfielder Jacob Ramsdale. Jacob Ramsey will hold key talks with the Midland club in the next 24 hours. The two clubs are in negotiations over a deal for Ramsey to move to St James Park before the transfer deadline, with an agreement described as close. The 24-year-old will hold talks with Villa before deciding on his future with Newcastle head coach Eddie Howe, keen to secure his signature. If the clubs reach an agreement and England under-21s midfielder decides to want to leave, it will enter into talks with Magpies over personal terms. Ramsey has also courted serious interest from West Ham United this summer, but if he does leave Villa Park, then Newcastle is believed to be his preferred destination. He has scored 17 goals in 167 appearances for Villa since earning his senior debut in 2019 and was a regular for Unai Emery's side last season. Bonamart have completed the signing of French centre-back Bafodé Diakité from Lille for £34.6 million. The 24-year-old will cost the Cherries an initial fee of £30.3 million plus up to £4.3 million in add-ons, which makes him Bonamart's second most expensive signing. He made 31 league appearances last season as Lille finished fifth in the French top flight and also played 10 times in the Champions League. His arrival follows Ilias Zabanis becoming the third key defender to leave Bournemouth during this transfer window when he joined Paris Saint-Germain on Tuesday. The £57 million sale of Ukraine centre-back followed Huijsen's £50 million move to Real Madrid and Liverpool's £40 million purchase of Milos Kerkez. Bournemouth signed left-back Andrea Truffat from Rennes in a £14.4 million deal in June, and a further centre defender is being sought. The Cherries have confirmed Diakite will immediately begin working with Andoni Iraola's squad, who faced champions Liverpool in the opening match of the Premier League season on Friday. Diakite made 112 appearances across all competitions for Lille after joining from Toulouse for £2.5 million in 2022. Barcelona loanee Marcus Rashford has shared his opinion on why his parent club Manchester United are struggling. The Englishman said that the Red Devils have been too reactionary. Rashford, who played last season on loan at Aston Villa and has now been loaned out again, this time to Barcelona, believes that United no longer have principles. He said the club lost their principles when Sir Alex Ferguson left Old Trafford. The England international told The Rest Is Football podcast that United are hungry to win trophies but do not stick with a plan. Rashford, a Manchester United Academy product, said a constant changing of managers has affected the Red Devils negatively. He said when Ferguson was in charge, not only were there principles for the first team, but they were for the whole academy. So you could pick players from 15 years and they did understand the principles of playing the Manchester United way. He said, any team that has been successful over a period of time has principles that mean that any coach or player that comes in has to align to or add to the principles. At times United were hungry to win, but it was reactionary. If your direction is always changing, you can't expect to win the league. Premier League Chief Executive Richard Masters says there are no plans to play a top-flight match abroad and that the idea is not anywhere near history. In the past month, Italy and Spain's Football Federation have reviewed plans to stage league fixtures in Australia and the United States and are seeking permission from FIFA and UEFA. If successful, Spanish La Liga clubs Barcelona and Villarreal will face each other in Miami in December in what would be the first European League fixture to be played abroad. And if permission is granted, Serie A side AC Milan and Como will meet in Perth, Australia in February. Other one-off matches such as Italian Super Cup and Spanish Super Cup have been held abroad in recent years. The idea of Premier League playing an extra round, a 30-night game outside England was raised in 2008, but the plans were shelved after criticism from fans and the media. And despite former Premier League Chief Executive Richard Scudamore saying 10 years ago that clubs were keen on the idea, Masters has downplayed such a scenario. Super Eagles forward and Sevilla attacker Kelechi Iheanacho is on the radar of several clubs in Turkey. Iheanacho is expected to leave Sevilla this summer after falling out of favour at the club. The Nigerian international spent the second half of last season on loan at Skybet Championship club Middlesbrough. The 26-year-old registered 1 goal and 2 assists for Gareth Southgate's side, according to report by Besiktas and Samsunspor, among the clubs who have registered their interest in Iheanacho. The former Manchester City striker only joined Sevilla on a free transfer last summer. The Roger Blancos are reportedly willing to do a deal for €3 million. In basketball, Nigeria's male basketball team, the Tigers, has started their campaign at the 2025 FIBA Men's AfroBasket on a winning note courtesy of a 77-59 victory over Madagascar. The Tigers dominated the first quarter, outscoring their opponent 18-14. Madagascar fought back in the second quarter, taking it to 23-20. Nigeria regained the lead at halftime with a 38-37 point lead. They extended their lead in the third quarter by 9 points. It was 55-46. The Tigers eventually saw out the game, winning 77-59. They will face Tunisia in their second Group B fixture, where they will have to win once again. And in tennis, Francis Tiafoe retired today when he took on Agaroon in the Cincinnati Masters, losing the first set 6-4 and down in the second 3-1. Brandon Nakashima was beaten by Alexander Zverev 6-4, 6-4. Ben Shelton is currently taking on Roberto Bautista Agut 7-6. He led the first set and is down 1-2 love against the Spaniard. In the second set, Yannick Sinner punished Andre Manarino in the first set 6-4. It's 1-1 for now. Felix Auger-Aliassime will take on Benjamin Bonzi by 8:30 tonight. Taylor Fritz will take on Terence Atmani by 11. And we have Karen Khachanov will take on Alexander Zverev tonight. Also, we have Francisco Comesana against Andrew Rublev by 11:30 tonight. For the Sofia Open, for the ladies, we have some actions currently going on. Also, we get to keep up with much later. For the Cincinnati Masters, for the women, Igor Swiatek defeated Sorana Cistay 6-4, 6-3 today. Clara Towson and Veronika Kudermetova have taken into the third set right now. Towson won the first set 6-3. Veronika Kudermetova fought back in the second 7-6, and she's leading in the third 4-2. Magdalena defeated Jessica Pegula 7-6, 3-6, 6-3. Today, Alina Rybakina will take on Madison Keys by 8:15, and Anna Sabalenka against Jessica Buzas Manero by 8:20 tonight. That's all we have in the news. Talking Point next. All right, tonight we'll talk about the B game, the Super Cup between Paris Saint-Germain and, of course, Tottenham Hotspur. The game is set for 8 p.m. And like I said, the starting lineup is out. We have a 4-3-3 formation for PSG. In tonight's game, it's Bradley Barcola alongside Ousmane Dembele and Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, playing for PSG tonight. In the midfield, you have Warren Zaïre-Emery is also starting alongside Vitinha and Zerdoué. In defense, Achraf Hakimi, Marquinhos, William Pacho, and Nuno Mendes. Lucas Chevalier, the keeper, brought in to replace Gianluigi Donnarumma, who has 1 year left on his contract, and PSG did not want to have anything to do with him anymore. Of course, Lucas Chevalier, a ball-playing goalkeeper that can pass the ball very good with ball distribution, is making his debut tonight in PSG's fourth game since losing the final of the FIFA Club World Cup to Chelsea against Tottenham, Richarlison, and new signing Mohamed Kudus. We have Spence, the Papimeter star, who scored a stunning goal against Arsenal. In the preseason, we have Palhinha. He went to Bayern Munich and came back to the Premier League. Bentancur and Pedro Porro, Mickey van der Ven, Cristian Romero, and Kevin Danso. Guillermo Vicario, the keeper, in a 3-5-2 formation for Tottenham tonight. Good evening to you, Fever. How are you?
Good evening to you, Benki.
All right, coming in on a very sweet night like this, where we have PSG in another final, a compulsory one they have to take on against Tottenham. The last time they met the Premier League side was against Chelsea, and they suffered heavy defeat in that game against Chelsea. Tonight against Tottenham, do you think Tottenham can replicate what the Londoners did at the FIFA Club World Cup against PSG tonight? What is so funny?
Like, I first laugh before I answer, but then despite having a terrible Premier League outing last season, Tottenham has had an impressive preseason campaign. Impressive?
Impressive. They were beaten 4-0 by Bayern
only
Munich.
down one now.
Yes.
Pity them. I mean, they've been unbeaten for 6 friendlies that they've had under their new manager.
2 draws. Yes, they defeated Arsenal. They defeated
That's a
Arsenal.
big deal. That's a big deal there.
Based on their standard, because they've been whitewashed by Arsenal at different points, especially last season. But they defeated Arsenal.
This is a good start.
Yeah.
This is a good start, and I think that regardless of the 4-0 loss last week, they've picked up real good. But we're talking of the Parisians here, honey. We meet these people. They have the they come on now.
That's what you said against Chelsea.
And Chelsea people, those people, they are too noisy. They just blow whistle for their brain. I don't know, PSG will just sleep for that match. So they just gave it away. They already packed a lot of things. Just say, let's just give them one. Everything happened. But this night is going to be a very different night.
Yeah.
I mean, too bad that they were stopped by the Blues. I mean, Enzo Maresca's guy, they did well for the Club World Cup. I give it up to them. Before they will come at me, I give it up to them. They did really well. But it doesn't dispute the fact that PSG's squad depth is there.
Yes.
Even if they use their second 11, Banky,
Yeah.
they will beat Tottenham tonight.
All right, I'm just thinking if Tottenham will get a chance into this game. First of all, they've packed their midfield with 5 players, and the most outstanding player, the obvious one, is Pape Metasa. It was very impressive in the match against Arsenal, especially winning back balls. They might be the one playing both the number 4 and number 10 position in today's game, and of course that instinct, and we buried that ball against Arsenal. He won the ball back, and I think he's one important player for them tonight. And the usual midfield trio that we enjoyed last season, for PSG side, not the usual one we're having tonight. We have the likes of Vitinha, Desertui is dropping into the midfield in a 4-3-3 formation, and wearing Zai Emery. He is also in action for PSG tonight. I'm just thinking, if Tottenham are going to get a chance against PSG, they need to take their chances. They need to come out very fast, and they need to be able to soak in the pressure of the first 20 minutes, which Chelsea did against PSG when they met in the FIFA Club World Cup final. Do you not have some of the mercurial midfielder in today's game? But Lucas Chevalier is making his debut for PSG tonight. Do you think that a change of goalkeeper for PSG, considering the influence of Donnarumma in PSG's victory in the Champions League last season, will affect them?
That's a big one. I really cannot tell, because they've not had any games since their last outing at the Club World Cup. I think they've been resting. Anyway, PSG's squad is actually top notch. I don't know how much I can give it up for this their new keeper that's coming up on the first position, but I think PSG will still have the upper hand here, because all their players are in good form. Their players are in good form. So with or without Donnarumma, who I believe is coming to Manchester United.
Manchester City. Manchester City.
We'll leave it there. But then I still feel that with or without Donnarumma, this new keeper stands a chance of making a grand appearance. I know we have some threats like Mohamed Kudus coming in there to display 1 or 2. We also have Richarlison. And remember, there's no Son, no. Yeah, so
that's it. So I feel that in today's game, the studio line is 09160059545. The fact that you don't have João Neves alongside Fabian Ruiz, they form that solid partnership.
They do.
In the midfield with Vitinha could be an advantage for Tottenham. So that maybe they can infiltrate that midfield, because I'm trying to think how that goal can
Remember that James Maddison is out on injury.
James Maddison is completely out.
He's completely out. So there are a lot of shaky.
I don't actually see Tottenham winning tonight's game, considering the quality. I don't see them winning tonight's game, considering the quality of the PSG team. If you are actually even going to try and win tonight's game, they shouldn't have had that kind of performance against Bayern Munich, which they were beaten 4 goals to nothing.
It was disgraceful.
It was a disgraceful performance from them. But tonight, if they're going to stand a chance, it will be down to maybe Mohamed Kudus' brilliance, but then Pedro Porro and Spence will have a handful to deal with, especially trying to mark Kvicha Kvaratskhelia or Bradley Barcola. You're usually Desertui also coming in if Tottenham decide to go on the low block today. But for Ousmane Dembele, Starman today, expect him to deliver.
My baby, he has 1 goal. I'll give it up to him.
Good evening to you. Hello. Hello. Yes, I can hear you. Your name and location. All right, Christian, go ahead.
Now, you just said what I wanted to ask you, whether Fabian Ruiz and I'll never are injured.
Fabian Ruiz is on the bench. Yao Neves is not available for the game.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Thomas Frank is starting a 5-man.
Yeah, so.
It shocked me. Oh.
You can shock me.
Yes.
You can shock me. 5-man.
What do you want him to do now? What do you want him to do? Because you need to be able to win the ball off PSG's midfielders. Yeah.
This man coming in and dropping easy so much based on
Lateness, yes.
This is the man that easy so much to shine. He's a ball tackler. He can tackle ball.
That's why they brought in Palinha. Palinha and Pape Metasa will do that job.
Palinha is down by age. He's not the Palinha you used to see at Fulham.
I know.
But he's still capable.
But he's still capable.
Yeah.
Pape, what about Pape Metasa?
Come on now. The boy is in the planet of his own.
He's playing fantastic football right now. I'm telling you. Thank you very much. Yes, he is good. He is good. Yeah.
I don't know if you can give me any. Okay, for the scoreline today,
Yeah.
I'll give it 3-1.
Thank you. I'll let you go now. Thank you very much. 09160059545 is saying 3-1 to PSG. PSG expected to win, but Thomas Frank is a very brilliant coach. And Palinha and Pape Metasa will need to walk their socks off. But they already have an advantage because that midfield trio is not available tonight. Fabian Ruiz, Yao Neves and Vitinha. You just look at them touching the ball like centrifuge. It's not going to happen tonight. So maybe they have the advantage only if Richarlison don't waste all his chances. Good evening to you.
Hello,
yes, your name and location. Right, Casey, go ahead. Why?
I believe so.
And why do you believe so? Why is it going to be 2-1? Very bad habit. A bad man. 0916005945091600495. You hardly see Desiree Dewey and Bradley Bacola start together. You know, it's been Bradley Bacola first half of last season, eventually ending with 22 goals, 21 assists. And Desiree Dewey's second half of last season, which includes most of the championship that they were able to win and top matches with 16 goals, 16 assists. Both of them are in action tonight. The attack is going to be massive and crazy against Tottenham. But I'm banking on the top defender, world-class defender, Christian Romero. Is more like, what's this guy, Rudiger. It's more like a Rudiger,
yeah,
I'm
feisty.
sure that it will like that battle against Dembele, only if it can catch up.
And this is a first appearance for Tottenham. They want to, impress on this Super. I don't think they've had an appearance.
You might
on
want to
Super
impress like the Super Eagles beat him now.
Relax now.
Good evening to you. Hello.
Hello, thank you.
Yes, your name and location. Friday, how are you? How are you on a Wednesday? Which one you want to know? Which one? Mind you, now they've signed Benjamin Sesko now, so Man U want to sell out some players so that they can bid for Baliba. But for Baliba, Brighton are asking for £112 million for Baliba. One season wonder. Baliba.
Wow.
I wonder.
Are
you okay now? All right. Thank you.
You can sleep and put us in your prayers.
It's crazy. Yes, the boys are taking the anthems right now for the Super Cup between PSG and Tottenham. Do you see a world where PSG doesn't win tonight's game?
That probability, no deal. The probability of PSG not winning tonight's game is 0. They'll definitely
You
win.
definitely win.
Definitely win. I'll give it a 2-1.
09160059545 tonight. Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, your name and location.
Okay, Emeka calling from Enugu.
Emeka, you're laughing already. I never ever started the talk. How far?
I did.
Are you already laughing at Tottenham?
Yes.
How many then go brush them?
Maybe 4 holiday last time.
440.
Please, I want to know those on the bench for both teams.
Those on the bench for both teams. Okay, let me look at that. We have Lee. Yes, thank you very much. Goncalo Ramos might come in at some point if they are lacking goals or if they want more goals. Fabian Ruiz is also on the bench tonight. Lee Kahin is also on the bench for PSG. All right, for Tottenham, Matis Tau on the bench. Dominic Solanke can come in later in the game. We also have Wilson Odebat. But for PSG, I mean for Tottenham, they want to bring in Savinho from Manchester City, and they also considering Eberichi Eze from Crystal Palace. Two players then hot chase off right now because, of course, some of their key players. Son is out. Would have loved to play this particular game, and also we are going to suffer the absence of James Maddison. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much. Your predictions, finally.
2-1.
Right.
PSG to win.
2-1 for favor. I don't get to predict anything, but I get to say good night to you guys, and we discuss more about this game tomorrow. Radio 94.5 Urban Radio. Urban Sport is weekdays 8 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. Radio 94.5 Urban Radio. I am Banky. Oh, good evening to you.